tutorial of Merle Travis's £9 Hammer. This is a fantastic tune to learn as it really gets your thumb going, and that Travis picking thing is really useful for so many other songs. So as soon as you get this down, everything else is just going to flow. If you have not already done so, get your capo and stick it on the 3rd fret, and we're going to be playing in the key of G. So we're going to use E shapes and A shapes, B7 shapes to create G major, C major and D7. Now this arrangement is a fingerstyle sort of instrumental version of what Merle does. So this isn't really what he does, this is a kind of an amalgamation of ideas really of what I've come up with and things I've stolen, to be honest, from Tommy Emmanuel. So I hope you like it. First of all, let's just learn the chord sequence. So whenever I learn any song, I just learn the chord sequence. And we're going to, first of all, just look at the thing that I just played there in the intro. So the chords are E, so the 2nd finger on the 2nd fret of the A string, 3rd finger on the 2nd fret of the D string, and 1st finger on the 1st fret of the G string. Then we're going to use our 2nd and our 3rd finger to drop down to the 2nd frets of the D string and B string to play the A7 shape. And then we're going to shift that shape back up again to the A string and the D string, and then put down our 1st finger on the 1st fret of the D string to play B7. So that's the 3 chords. So first of all, we'll just do a strum per chord, and we'll just run through the chords. So 1, 2, 3, 4. E, 2, 3, 4. E, 2, 3, 4. A7, 2, 3, 4, and again. And then E for 1 bar, then B7 for a bar, and then E for half a bar, A for half a bar, and E for a whole bar. So that was E, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, A7, and again, and back to E for a bar, then B7, and then E, A, and then E. So once we understand the chord structure, we can then start putting together the bass line. So the bass line on the E chord sounds like this. So what's going on there? Essentially the thumb is being played on the low E string, and then the D string, and then the A string, and then back to the D string. So E, D, A, D. And they are crotchets, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we had 2 bars of E, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4. Now when we go to the A7 chord, pretty much the same thing happens again, but you first change the 1st note to an A string. So you go down to the A string to play the root of the A, still go to the D string like before, and then down to the E string like before, and then back to the E string, D string. So we go A, D, E, D, A, D, E, D, and again that's crotchets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. We go back to the E for a bar, 1, 2, 3, 4. And when we go to the B7, we have to remember to move our 2nd finger in the left hand to the 2nd fret of the E string. And this is the same pattern as we did on the A string. So that is A, D, E, D, string wise. Yeah. Then we go back to E for half a bar. So we're just doing the root. So we're just going low E and then the D string. Then we're going to the A7 chord for half a bar, so we're going to the root, the A, and we're going to that D string. And then we're going back to E for a whole bar. So hopefully you've got that, and it's a video, so you can always rewind me. So 1, 2, 3, 4, E, and another bar of E. Now we're going to A7. And then we're going back to E. B7, remembering to move our 2nd finger, sorry, E, then A, and then E. So we do that again. So E, 2, 3, 4, 2 bars, A for 2 bars, E for 1 bar, then move that 2nd finger for B7, and 1 bar or half bar, and then back to E. B, half a bar of A, back to B. And we just keep doing that until, to be honest, it becomes second nature. Because you really want to be able to just not think about this thumb at all. So just kind of maybe watch a film and sit there just practicing. Maybe talk to a friend. Maybe do a YouTube video. That's good practice. So we just sit there just doing that over again and over and over until you just blue in the face. Sick of it. It really needs to be that solid. So let's look at the first pattern. The first pattern sounds like this. I don't know. Let's do that again. Not really much going on in this first bar. So for pretty much the entire tune, we've got our first finger on the G string in the right hand, middle finger on the B string, and ring finger on the E string. And we're starting off with a pinch, so we're just catching that E string, going down to the first finger on that G string, the thumb's coming down, and then we're going back to that ring finger on the E string. So it's 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and then for 3 and 4 we just carry on with a bass line. Yeah, 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. The next bit sounds like this. So that's just a melody all played on the E string, and it sounds like this. Dum, ba-da-ba-dum. You might want to sing it. Dum, ba-ba-ba-dum, bum, ba-da-ba-dum. So put down the chord, just the chord, the E chord, and with just a little pinky, see if you can pick out that tune. It's an open E, goes to the 3rd fret, 4th fret, open E, and then 2nd fret. And once you've got that bit of melody in your head, you want to be alternating, as I have to say as well, in your right hand, I am, I am. Once you've got that bit of melody in your head, then just try adding that bass. And that's how you put it together. It might take some time, but just be patient, it will come. So let's try putting the 2 bars together. The first bar was this. Remember, we did that ring finger and the index finger. And then this tune. Yeah. So that was the 2 bars of E. Now the 2 bars of A7. We've got this A7 chord, and the first phrase is very much similar to the first bar of the song. We're going to go a pinch with the ring finger on the high E string, and then on the and of 2, we're going to catch the middle finger on the B string, and then for beats 3 and 4, we're going to carry on the bass line. So you get this. Hopefully simple enough. You might want to just bend that 3rd finger a little bit. Just to give it a little twist. Something about it, you know. And then we're going to catch our little pinky and play another tune pretty much on the top 2 strings. So the tune sounds like this. 1 and 2. And then it goes down to the 2nd finger on the B string. So it's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 again, just try putting the chord down and trying to find that with just your little pinky. And it's quite nice when you bend it a little bit. Yeah? Again, just try to work out the melody, try singing it. So you can kind of internalise it and then try playing it. With that bass line. So the two A bars should sound like this. 3, 4. And we'll go again. Yeah, get the idea. So now we're going to put the 4 bars together. So 1, 2, 3, 4. It's coming together, isn't it? Sounding good. So now we go to an E6. It's kind of an E chord. It's just with an E chord with a little pinky on the 2nd fret of the B string. Yeah, it's a very cool chord. And the phrase sounds like this. So what's going on there? It's quite a bluesy sort of sound. We're finding that 6 with a little pinky on the C sharp, the B string 2nd fret. Open G, so you've got to take your first finger off, hammering onto that G sharp, up to the B. Yeah. And then just carry on with the thumb for the rest of the bar. So 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. Cool little line, that. Then we go to the B7, and it's kind of a tune again, so we're best off just learning the tune before you put the bass line in. And the tune sounds a bit like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So that's and 3 and 4 and. Whoops, that was wrong. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So it starts on the and of 1 on the open B string. Goes down to the 3rd finger, which is already there as part of the chord, on the and of 2 on the G string. 1 and 2 and then 2 B strings in a row on beats 3 and then 4 and is a little pinky on the 2nd fret of the B string, and then open E. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So when we put that with the bass line, it should sound like this. So you might want to just sing it. And then we had half a bar of an E and half a bar of an A, didn't we? So for the E bar, half a bar of the E, we're just playing the bass line. So for the A bit, when we move shift down to the A, we then catch the 2nd fret of the B string. We go da ba ba bum. So it's another tune. So it's C sharp, B, C sharp, E. Although with a capo on, it's not those notes. But it's the 2nd fret open, 2nd fret open on beats 3 and 4 and. So the first half of it is just root, and then just to finish off the phrase, we go back to E. Again, the root on the first 2 beats is just all we're playing. We're not actually playing any melody. And then on the and of 3. We're catching the open B, and then we're putting down that little pinky again on the C sharp, that E6 again, on the and of 4. So it should sound like this. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and. So when you put those two bars together, you get this. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and. So when we add that to the previous two bars, you get this. So that was remember the hammer on? We had that one, and then we had the B7 one. Oops, forgot to put down my second finger. Here we go. So here's the 4 bars. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then to the B7. And then the E part of a bar, A7. And then E. And then you're round again. Yeah. Let's do that again. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then that B7. A7, E7, E6 actually. So I just got one thing to teach and then we're done. So on beats 3 and 4 at the very top of the tune there's a lead in with this, and essentially that's just playing the E chord. So you can hit as many or as little of those notes in the E chord as you want, but the idea is to make the top note B. And then that little pinky comes down to play C sharp. Yeah, and I'm alternating my thumb there. And then we're into the tune. Yeah, so let's go over the whole thing. 1, 2, 1. That's the rubbish counting. 1, 2. A7, remember that little bend. E6, the hammer on to the B7. E, then A7, then E. E. A7. E6, B7, E, A7, and that's it. That's our first half, or maybe it might even be a 3-part. We'll see how well we do. But this has been the first bit of learning to play my arrangement of Merle Travis's £9 Hammer, and I hope you've enjoyed that. There's obviously the tab below this video, and yeah, any questions, get in touch, guys. It'd be lovely to hear from you. I hope you enjoy it. Good luck with it, and keep on practicing. Cheers.